Welcome to my clubhouse. My name is Sally Colón, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today because number one is Friday, and number two, it's almost Christmas. We are second day of December. There's so many exciting things that are happening in December, and I am excited for my guest today because she is one of my very close girlfriends. She sells the most beautiful jewelry, which we're going to show you some of it today. Please help me welcome high-end jeweler, Miss Alin Arabian. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. All right, so you and we actually did a little rehearsal because Alin's you've never done an interview.
No.
First one.
Yes.
But how beautiful is she? Can we just get a close-up? Look at that beauty. Look over here. Look at your camera right here. Look at that beauty. And we have been friends for many years, and I wanted to start with how you and I met. I'm gonna let you tell a little bit of the story.
I met you outside my store when I was getting robbed.
She was getting robbed at her store.
Yes, and
That's
you were
how
on
we
the
met.
phone.
Yes.
You were running after the guy who robbed us.
Yeah. So I was outside her store. My kids were in the bathroom. All of a sudden, I hear a woman screaming, which ended up being Alin. And I was like, "What's going on?" And you guys know me. Like, if something's going on, I'm gonna go after it. So I start running. I see this guy run out of the store. I start running after him, calling 911. Like, there's been a robbery, and she's like, "Who are you?" And we didn't know each other. And then after they got away, because they had an escape car, and they took a lot of your jewelry, which was so sad. After that, I went back to your store, and you're like, "Who are you?"
Yes, you're Sally's superhero.
Sally Superhero. Did you guys hear that? So every time I call you on the phone, what comes up?
Sally superhero.
I love that. So Alin and I have been friends for a long time. And what
7
a great
years almost.
7 years,
Yes.
yeah. And what a great way to meet.
Yes.
And we've been close friends since then. And so Alin owns this incredible jewelry store where, by the way, everything that you see, all of my jewelry, my rings, everything I have purchased at her store, except this bracelet, which my friend Tim Story gave me. But everything else is from this store. So Alin, I want to know a little bit about your story because you weren't born in America.
No.
Tell us where you were born and what brought you to America.
I was born in Syria, Aleppo, and my mom's side of the family, everybody was immigrated to USA. So our dream was to come to America. Our dream to be here because the land of opportunity and everything. So I came here 25 years ago, and 1 year later I met my husband.
Shant.
My husband Shant, and he was in jewelry business. And after we got married, we started working together. Since then, we're together. Yeah. Working in jewelry industry.
Yeah, and he's great. Her husband Shant and their daughter Isabella, who's friends with my daughter, and they're all in high school. And you worked for someone else, and then you guys ended up buying your own franchise, which is Fast Fix.
Yes.
And so I want you guys to know that, like, when I'm in the entertainment industry, and it's up and down, and sometimes when I need a little money in a bank, I go and I work with my friend Alin, and it's so much fun. We have such a great time, and I don't know if do you know who Joel Osteen is?
Yes, of course.
So Joel Osteen met his wife at a jewelry store.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Nope.
So he walked into a jewelry store to buy jewelry for his mom, and he met Victoria, and he asked her on a date, and they're married. So, I'm still waiting for that guy to come in and be like...
You never know, at my store could have everything possible.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to show you guys, she brought some of her jewelry. I am obsessed with this ring that I have on right now. I have been eyeing this ring for a very long time, and until I win that $1 million lottery, I'm not going to be able to buy this ring. But I'm going to show it to you guys. Do you see that? That is what's the carat on that?
That's a 4.5 carat natural canary yellow diamond.
Let's put it back on me. Keep it on me just so people can see it, Ryan. So this is a 4.5 carat natural yellow canary diamond.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys can see the color. So I wanted to give you a quick, I don't even know if you know this. So remember when Ben Affleck and J-Lo, right?
Yes, the pink diamond.
Right. He gave her a 6.10 carat radiant pink diamond from Harry Winston. And because of him doing that, that set off a new trend of colored diamonds. Did that happen in your, tell me about that.
Yes, everybody started asking for pink diamonds, blue diamond, yellow natural diamonds. So
yes,
we did great on that.
You did great on that. So give us the price on this beautiful 4 carat.
4.5.
4.5 carat yellow canary diamond.
That is $79,000.
Woo, baby! Who's got $79,000? This ring is available at her store, which it's called Fast Fix Jewelers. It's in Valencia, California, at the mall. This ring is there. If you love this ring and you got $79,000, that's spare money, you better get this ring. It's a natural, it's clear. It's one of the most beautiful diamonds I've ever seen in my life. You can see that. Also, Alin is wearing, tell us about what you're wearing.
I'm wearing 10.5 carat diamond, round brilliant cut diamond tennis bracelet, flawless.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best quality diamonds we use on this.
What's
in
the
yellow
cost?
gold.
What's the cost on that?
15,000.
15,000, ladies and gentlemen. And you also sell Rolexes.
Absolutely. Pre-owned Rolexes. We have Cartier. We have Patek Philippe. We have Frank Muller. We have.
So you have a lot, but you can get anything.
Anything you want, any picture you want, anything you want, we can get it for you.
One thing I love about the store, a lot of people don't know this, but you have two incredible jewelers, one of them being your husband, Shant, and the other one being our good friend, Francisco, who I love. We all love Francisco.
We all love Francisco.
And one thing that I did, one of my girlfriends, she had a bunch of jewelry, and I know this is a lot of people. Your parents pass away, your mom or your grandmother, or your, somebody close to you, and you have all of this jewelry that you just have in a jewelry box, and you never use it, right? So I told my girlfriend, let me go through your jewelry box. She's like, all right. So we go through, and she has this like gold bracelet. She's got a bunch of rings that she doesn't wear with diamonds. So I brought it to the store, and I said, Alin, what can we make my best friend that she will actually wear? So we tell them the process.
There was 2 rings that had a lot of diamonds on it. I said, what about if you take the diamonds out and make 2 eternity bands? And that was it. And she was so happy with it, and it was so perfect fit for all her needs and everything.
Yeah, and she wears it, I promise you, I'm not even saying this, she wears it every single day. She doesn't take them off, so she made her 2 diamond eternity rings. So that's something that's also available. If you're in California and you have all of your jewelry, but you don't wear it because it's just not really your style, bring it into the store, Fast Fix Valencia. It's at the mall in Valencia. We only have one mall. It's a small community. And we will melt down the gold, take the diamonds out, and we'll make you something that you're going to wear every day. How emotional are people about their jewelry?
They are very emotional, actually, because we use their own gold, we melt it down, and we add more gold and create their own beautiful jewelry that they want.
Yeah.
And
can you give me like maybe 1 or 2 stories of customers that have come in that they cried once they saw their jewelry?
I had a customer that she inherited her mom's jewelry, and especially it was the center stone miners cut diamond, 2 carat. So what we did is we used her diamonds, her center stone, her platinum ring, and everything, and create totally different ring. When she saw it, she was crying, and it was so emotional for us too as well too. And then the second one was the proposal that it happened in my store. This gentleman walked in and bought a ring, and his wife walked in, and they celebrated their 10-year anniversary in our store, and that was totally emotional for us.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Because he surprised her,
He surprised her with it.
Yes.
And then you and I, we work together sometimes because I'll come into the store and you give me good deals. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You give me the friendship deal.
Of course.
I appreciate the friendship deal. Trust me. Okay. When I'm trying to save a little money. But what is the most exciting part for you of selling jewelry to people?
Because when I gift wrap them, I'm excited whoever gonna open it because they're gonna get this most beautiful jewelry.
Oh my gosh, I love it. What's your favorite piece in the store right now?
I love diamond tennis bracelets.
Diamond tennis bracelets. I feel like a lot of people come in for diamond tennis bracelets.
They do.
They're expensive, but it's an investment.
It's one time, forever.
Yeah. Tell me about how jewelry isn't it, because I know a lot of guys wear expensive watches that depreciate or sometimes they go up in value. Like Rolexes go up and down, right?
Usually Rolex always goes up in value.
It always goes up.
Yes.
And the jewelry that you have now, when people purchase it, it's an investment for them, right?
When you invest in jewelry, it's not the same as gold versus diamond. Gold is always keeps the value, but with diamond, it's a risk sometimes. But you don't want to look at it as investment. You want to just look at it as enjoyable piece. That you look at it every day and you enjoy your jewelry, and that's all about it.
Yeah, let me tell you, before I met you and before we started working together in jewelry, I wasn't really I didn't have a lot of expensive pieces. I wore silver mostly, and then I had a couple, I had my diamond when I got married.
And you traded in.
And I traded it in. Oh, let's talk about that. I forgot about that. So I had my diamond for my first marriage, or I've only been married once, but for my marriage, and it was beautiful. It was like a carat, just over a carat, clear.
1.10, I remember.
1.10. It was beautiful. It was platinum band. It was a beautiful ring. And it was sitting in my jewelry box. And I said to Alin, like, I have this diamond, what can I do with it? She said, bring it into the store. Because she also, if you have beautiful diamonds and watches, and she also does consignment. So you can bring it in and
Absolutely.
and you'll take a percentage and they get
Yes,
the
I
rest.
do.
Right.
Yes.
So I brought the diamond in, it sold, and I got to take all of that money and buy a bunch of new jewelry.
Whatever you got on.
Which I'm wearing right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually my latest piece. I work for jewelry, by the way.
She doesn't take paycheck home.
I don't really take a paycheck. I work for jewelry, and I love all my jewelry. And I remember one thing that you gave me was a blue velvet jewelry box. It was my first one ever that looked like that with a diamond on the top. And every time I would buy a piece, which all of these are from your store, I would put it in there. And so at night, I don't even think I've ever said this to you. I have my little box, and when I get home, like tonight I'll get home, I bring my little blue box out of the closet, I open it up, and I put all my jewelry in, and then I look at it, and then I close it, and I put it away. And it's such a joy for me.
Yes.
And I've been buying pieces for my daughters now too.
Yes, you are.
And my daughters are like, Mom, when you pass away, which it's not gonna happen anytime soon, they already have the ones picked out. Is your daughter like that too?
Yes, she always tells me, Mom, save this bracelet for me. She loves bracelets.
She
so
does.
I do save it for her.
Yeah, you save it for her. So the best story you've ever heard when it comes to, someone buying someone a piece of jewelry that like changed your life? Because I know that there's certain things in jewelry that will change someone's life. Do you have a story like that?
We recreate their own jewelry. They brought their own diamonds because it's old and new. And everything is together. And when we recreate their own jewelry in different design, that's very emotional for them.
Yeah.
And I saw that many, many times.
Many times. I love that. There are some times when we're in the store and we hear there was a robbery at, Kevin Jewelers or Zales, because we have a lot of jewelry stores at the mall. We're going to play a little game called the red flag game.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about different customers that come in that we have talked to all of the employees about. That's a red flag, so pay attention, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to give you this red flag that my friend Michelle allowed us to use from Good Day Live. And so we're going to talk a little bit about red flags and what to look for, right, before people get robbed. Because now we're paying way more attention because your store has been robbed a couple times, and that was pretty emotional and traumatic. So what are some red flags? You go and I'll go.
If anybody walks in and say, what's the most expensive jewelry you have? That's totally red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Okay.
The second one, if they come in and they look at some jewelry and say, okay, I want it. And that's red flag.
Without asking any questions.
Yes. And they pay by credit card. That's stolen credit card. 100%. That's a red flag.
The other red flag is if somebody comes in and they have a hoodie on, you can't see their face, because that is exactly what happened. Is two guys came in with black hoodies. We couldn't see their face. They had backpacks on.
Yes.
They took a hammer, y'all. They hammered where all the Rolexes were. Tell them that story.
They took a slash hammer and they smashed all the showcases and they took everything we had.
Wow.
The most expensive watches, you name it.
That's it. So, you see these jewelry stores, you don't really know the behind the scenes. Okay, so those are a couple red flags in case you're in the jewelry world. But what people don't see is that they'll come into a store and they'll see all the beautiful stuff. They'll see all the beautiful employees that are working there, because when you work in jewelry, you have to dress up. I mean, look at her. Look at this beauty. She looks like this every time. And you have to dress up. You can't be showing up working at a jewelry store.
Dress for success.
Dress for success. I love that. You've been in the jewelry world for how many years now?
24.
24. And if you weren't doing jewelry, what would you be doing?
Stay-home mommy.
She said stay-at-home mommy. Really?
Yes, I would. And travel.
I was going to say.
I will travel.
One thing about Alin is she and I had an incredible trip to Spain. It was going to be my first time going to Spain. A lot of you guys know that's my heritage. That's where my great-grandparents are from. And we were going to go to Spain the week before. And we have been planning this for how long?
A year.
Like almost a year. The week before we were traveling to Spain, Trump shuts everything down.
Absolutely.
It was during
the last minute we canceled.
At the last, and we were like, no, we're going no matter what.
We would have been stuck there.
We would have been stuck there because it was the day before that we canceled. We're like, we're going to stick.
Never too late. We'll do it again.
It's never too late.
Yes.
We got to go to Spain.
Yes.
Where is your next extreme vacation? Because you are such a great, you're going to Prague.
Yes.
Tell us about Prague. Why Prague?
I've never been in East Europe, so I would love to see.
And what's the greatest place you've been?
France.
Really?
Yes, France is beautiful.
Out of all the places you've been,
Yes,
France is it?
France is beautiful.
Because of the Eiffel Tower?
No, the south of France. I love the Mediterranean Sea section. That's what I love.
That's what you love. Wow. So I've been to France and I love it, but I have you been to Tuscany?
Of course.
And Tuscany is not as good as France.
That's my second choice, you know.
That's
my
your
second choice.
Okay. What is like your greatest joy in life? Like just not just being a jeweler, but like what makes you happy?
Traveling, my family, working with good people, customers. These are good things for me. That makes me happy. When I see happy customer, happy employees, my days is over. It's beautiful.
That's it.
I'm happy.
And one thing that you guys don't know, during the Hurricane Maria, a lot of you guys know that my family's from Puerto Rico. And Alin, who is probably one of the most generous people, you've been so generous to my family. And I see you be generous to a lot of people. It's not just to me. And I went to Puerto Rico to shoot this documentary, and we took money there to help some of the families with rooftops and all. And she said to me, "What can I do to help?" And I said, "Well, let me see." So when we flew to Puerto Rico, we were like seeing all the different situations. There was one female entrepreneur. She owned a store. It was a small store in kind of the communities that are more the poor communities. And her store had shut down because she had no power. So I said, she needs a generator. You said, how much is it? It was $800. And once that generator is at her, once she gets that, she can go back into business. She goes, done. You wired the money to Puerto Rico. We got someone to buy the generator. We shot video of her getting the generator and the light going on. That happened because of you. That woman will never forget. Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo to you.
God's blessings.
It's God blessings. Yes. So if anybody wants information about the store, I know you guys have an Instagram. What is the Instagram?
Do. Fast Fix Valencia.
And there they can see all the jewelry?
Absolutely, yes. And we have Facebook as well, too.
Okay, so if anybody comes in and says, Sally sent me, do they get a little percentage?
Of course.
What's the percentage?
I'll give them 15% off.
15% off. You heard it here. If you say, Sally sent me, Fast Fix Valencia, Fast Fix Jewelers in Valencia. Come say hi to Alin. She's the owner, her husband, Sean. This is something that I do with all of my beautiful guests. This is a book of one-liners. It's inspirational one-liners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the pages, and then you're going to say stop. And that's going to be for you. Ready?
Stop.
Happiness is a warm puppy.
Yes.
You know what's so funny about that? That would have been so much better if it said happiness is a warm cat. And I'll tell you why. Alin, my good friend Alin, is known as the cat lady. How many cats do you have, Alin?
7.
She has 7 cats. And I've met them all.
Yes.
She rescues cats. So anybody that, has a cat that you're trying to get rid of, just call Alin. She'll take it in. I'm joking. She has 7 cats. But I am so happy that we had a chance to sit on the couch.
Thank you so much
that.
For having me.
Yeah, of course. When I told you that I was doing this show, you're like, I want to come on. I want to support you. And Alin is one of my best friends. And she, again, the reason I have all this beautiful jewelry, including this 4.5 carat solid canary yellow diamond, which is not mine yet, but it's $80,000. Soon to be mine when my rich husband comes along and says, let me get you that canary diamond. Who's watching right now, maybe. We'll see. But I love you for coming and looking as exquisite as you always look with your gold shoes. And are those the red bottoms? Yes. Can you show everybody the red bottoms? Show them the red bottoms, girl. Show those red bottoms off. She's got the red bottom shoes, you guys. Just go like this. We'll get it. Just go like that. Look at that. I love you for that. That's everything. And thank you guys all. And make sure that you guys check on Instagram. It's Fast Fix Jewelers. Yes. Fast Fix Valencia.
Yes.
Check them out there. And also go visit the Valencia Mall. Check them out. Tell them Sally sent you. Get 15% off. What did you say?
Custom made jewelry as well, too.
And custom made jewelry at Fast Fix in Valencia. Make sure you check that out. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's Sally Colón, the #1. And hi, Instagram, everybody that's watching. On TikTok, Cool Mom Sally. I know you're watching TikTok as well. And we are here every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we have 2 guests. We have another guest coming up. And then this show, if you missed any part of it, gets edited and premieres on YouTube every Wednesday. So make sure you check that out at Sally Colón, the #1. I love you guys all. Thank you for being with me. And I'll see you next time on Welcome to My Clubhouse. Bye-bye.